Hello, hello, hello. It's Thursday at 12:30, so we are talking today. And it's one of those days. Have you ever had one of those days? It's like I have people here who aren't supposed to be here and people who were supposed to be here aren't supposed to be here or didn't come, and there's so much going on. The reason I bring it up, I should mention, I'm Dr. Stephanie Fine, and you are here at the Ounce of Prevention Chat, which is all part of Maintenance University, because we talk about maintaining weight loss here. And that brings me back to what I was going to talk about, which is, I bring up as one of those days, and we will get to vacation eating, I promise, is that I feel already, now it's 12:30, I feel that I'm going to want wine at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Now, having wine at the end of the day is not evil. But I know it's to escape this feeling. And I'm no longer okay with that. Like sometimes I am. Again, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm aware enough about it that I feel it happening, and I also have this part of me that knows that I don't have to do it. Which, let me tell you something, that's new. That's like feels like a new feeling. Because a lot of the times, even by 12:30, so all of this, the whole day started at like 8. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's been a long time coming. But even I have a sense that I could still turn it around. And that wasn't my usual. I would have been like, if it started out poorly after an hour, then the rest of the day I just flushed down the toilet. But I'm now playing with the idea that I don't want to flush the rest of the day down the toilet. I have other stuff I want to do. So anyway, I'm bringing that up to highlight in case that happens to you. If you can feel that you're going down that familiar, to me it feels very familiar, that if a couple things go wrong, I just want to, the rest of it is all blown. But it doesn't have to be like that. And when you can feel that way inside, that's exciting, because often if I didn't, then I wouldn't be able to talk to you about this. But I'm having the sense that I want to turn the ship around. And so we'll see how that goes. So that goes into vacation eating. Because with the vacation eating, and that's the Ounce of Prevention today, which hopefully you got in your inbox. And if you didn't, please go to stephaniefinemd.com and you can sign up right there. You can actually take the quiz to find out your maintenance type. And then you will also be signed up for the Ounce of Prevention every Thursday morning. And in it, I talk about vacation eating because, I was just on vacation, and the 3 options you have. And what I want to talk about is reentry. So, the days right when you come back from vacation, we can sort of lump those if we want to, if we're being not as conscious as we would like, we can lump those into the vacation. And I'll tell you, the sooner you can get back to normal eating, the happier you're going to be with your weight. So what's nice sometimes about when there's some weight gain with vacation eating, and that's if you did option number 2, which is eat anything and everything, as long as you're as conscious as you can be about it, and you know you're going to do something when you get back, then you start right away. Okay, that's going to help with the feeling crappy about what you ate over vacation. Now, hopefully, you're not feeling crappy about what you ate over vacation for 2 reasons. 1, maybe you ate well. But 2, you decided that you were going to eat crappy over vacation. If you make that decision, then you cannot beat yourself up. That's just not fair. That's not the rules of the game. If you make a conscious decision, then you've made a conscious decision. You have to be okay with it. And no, of course, you don't have to be okay with it, but that's what making a conscious decision is. If you're not okay with that, then you should rethink what you're going to eat over vacation. But then when you have made that decision, you're like, okay, I'm dealing with it right when I get home. Deal with it right when you come home. And that may include, before you go, making sure you have at least a breakfast and a lunch in your refrigerator for yourself when you get back. Now, if you're going for a very long trip, that may not be possible. But if it's, less than a week, then you probably can. And so that would be one thing that would get you right back on. You can go back to your normal eating. The other thing about reentry that I wanted to mention, because I was thinking about this, is sometimes it takes a little easing. So if you were not having wine every night with dinner at home, but then you went on vacation and you started having wine every night with dinner, sometimes you may need like one more wine or so, or if you started having dessert and wine and you had, or a cocktail at 5 and, something like that, you take one of them away at a time, then it doesn't feel so overwhelming. So that's one of the things about reentry is getting back to where you were. You can ease into that rather than being, what I don't want it to feel is that it's deprivation, because I never want you to feel like you're in deprivation. You know what? I need to do this. Sorry. Whoops. I forgot to plug in my thing. So I'm hoping this is still working. Anyway, I never want you to feel deprived. And so the juxtaposition of vacation eating, depending on how you did it, and coming home to your regular eating, if that feels like deprivation, I'd rather that you ease into it. The great news is that recently gained weight, you can lose the fastest. So if you hop back on your regular eating plan, you're going to see results pretty darn quick. Now, when I say pretty darn quick, obviously depends how much was gained, but we're talking weeks, not months, but in a couple of weeks, you can go back to your normal weight. So that, yes, it may be a month that you're out of range, but that's normal for maintenance in this big year of yours and with you going on vacation. Now, once you have that month and you got back, you may say, oh, that's too long for me. That wasn't worth it. And so you'll make a different decision the next time you go on vacation. It's all learning. And we have years and years and years at maintenance to be able to learn all this stuff. So that's it. I'm going to try to make these a little shorter to see if people will like that better. I would love to hear from you if you like it shorter. And I hope you have a fantastic vacation, wherever it is. The 3 options you can read in the blog, it is eating the way you normally do at home only, eating anything and everything, but consciously. And the third one, which is my favorite, is somewhere in between. So that you're making conscious decisions about some meals make sense to splurge and some don't. So you'll do that. We just talked about reentry, easing back in and not feeling deprived. And then overall looking back at the experience and seeing how you want to deal with the next time you go on vacation. Because like I said, we got decades left of this maintenance thing. I'm sending you love, hoping you're well. Bye for now.